Let's go live, Luis. יום שישי הגיע והוא בד בדיוק בזמן כמה שחיכיתי כבר בעצם למה שהוא מרגיע ואם פה אז זה סימן שלך עוד שבוע בשכם יום שישי הגיע יום שישי הגיע Friday has arrived and it comes right on time. I've been waiting for something relaxing, and if it's here, then that's a sign that another week has gone. Here comes the quiet Yom Shishi Higia. Yom Shishi Higia, vehu ba badiuk bazman. כמה שחיכיתי כבר בעצם למה שהוא מרגיע ואם פה אז זה סימן שלך עוד שבוע בשכת יום שישי הגיע יום שישי הגיע Friday has arrived
Oh my God, our little ones.
Friday has arrived Shabbat is almost coming Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Robin.
Shabbat Shalom, Carl. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Can you believe it's been 2 years since we've had a school Shabbat celebration? A little Shehechianu moment for all of us to come back to the sanctuary as a school community and to have our students up on the bima. How beautiful are all of them? Some of them are still on the way, I'm sure. It's going to be a beautiful service, a beautiful night. Thank you all for your support, for bringing your kids, for trusting Carl and me and Sherry and Jean and Karen and Mindy and Helene and all of us because we so much enjoy your children. I see I have a few Majachim here too. Kudos to you for coming with your younger siblings. And Carl? Take it away.
Well, our service begins with Kabbalat Shabbat on page 10, and the second and third graders rise, if we have any.
Yes, they're here. Oh my goodness, our little ones were.
Going? We turn to page 12. Repeat after me. Arba'im shana. Akut bidor. Va'omar. Am to'elevav heim. Ve'hem lo yadu. Dirachai. Together asher nishbati v'yapi. Im Yevo'un El Menuchati. You may be seated. Kindergarten, first grade. Why don't you guys stand up? 13, everybody join along. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basro Miyom, Liyom Yeshuato, Sapro Vagoyim, Kivodo, B'chol Ha'amim, Niflotav, Ki Gadol Adonai, U'me'olam me'od, Norahu, Al Kol Elohim, Ki Kol Elohei Hamim Elilim, V'Adonai Shamayim Asa, Hodeh Hadar, Lefanav, Oleh Tiferet, B'mikasho, Havula Adonai, Mishpachot Avim, Havula Adonai, Kavod Va'oz, Havula Adonai, Kevod Shemo, Se'o Mincha, Uvo Ulechatzrotam. Page 14, repeat after me. Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel Haaretz, Yiram Hayam, Umelo, Yaloz Sadai, V'chol Asher Bo, Azir Ananu, Kol Atzei Ya'ar, Lifnei Adonai Kiva, Kiva Lishpot Haaretz, together Yishpot Tevel B'tzedek, V'yamin Be'emunato. Excellent, you may be seated. Sixth graders, you stand up because you're going to lead us in Psalm 97, page 16, Or Zarua. Nicely done. You may be seated. Fifth grade, you stand up because we're going to do that new tune. Page, it's not in the book. 3, 4. Asher Koach, a new one for us. Excellent job. But wait, there's more fifth grade for some reason. Page 20, Psalm 99. Call it Roman Road. may be seated. Nice job. We're going to skip right to the 6th and 7th graders, page 23. Will lead us in Lecha Dodi. Stand by. Turn to page 25. Everybody rises and turns around to face the door to greet the Shabbos bride, and there she is now. Boi v'shalom. That'll teach you to come late. Ve'ered ba'ala gam b'simcha uv'tzala toch emunei am segula. Down to the left. You may be seated. That's just go off. Sounded great, everybody. Oh, more 6th and 7th graders on page 27. Come back up. Everyone can join in. Mizmor. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ומונך בלילות עלי עשור ועלי נבל עלי גאון לחינוך
מזמור שיר ליום השבת
שמחתני אדוני בפעליך, במעשה ידיך ארנה. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. עדותיך נאמנו מאוד, לביתך נא בקודש אדוני, לאורך ימים. And that's Kabbalat Shabbat. You may be seated. Our teacher, Rabbi Robin.
Thank you. Gosh, that came up faster than I expected. Wow. Now look at our school growing before our eyes. I'm so proud of them. They did a beautiful job. And I want to say hi to all of you who are watching from home. I hope you are enjoying this very special edition of Kabbalat Shabbat and Mariv services. So one of the things that we do in our religious school, of course, besides praying every Sunday, is we actually study the Cedar. We look at it, check out its contents. We read the table of contents. And I tell the kids, because I once received a prayer book as a gift, and that prayer book, my friend inscribed it on the inside, and she said, everything you need is right in this book. So everything we need is in our prayer books, right?
Sure.
Do we have prayers for mornings?
Yep. Yep.
Prayers for evenings?
Yep.
Afternoons?
Yep.
Passover?
Yep.
Sukkot?
Yep.
Rosh Hashanah?
Yes.
Excellent, because there's no wrong answer there, right? And there's one section in particular that we've been sort of studying a little bit during our Sunday mornings. It's called Pirkei Avot. You all remember that?
Yep.
It's on page 235 in your prayer books. So Pirkei Avot is a tractate of the Talmud, and it's in our prayer books because it is customary to study Pirkei Avot on Shabbos, especially when we're counting the Omer in between the holidays of Passover and Shavuot. So we keep it right in our Shabbat prayer book so that we have it handy. And we've been talking a little bit about some of these passages in Pirkei Avot, right? Who remembers the one on page 237?
237. I got 237.
237, number 18. Who can stand up and read that one for us? Go ahead. We're on page 237, 118 on the bottom. Go ahead, really loud, okay?
Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel taught the world rests on three things: on justice, on peace, and on truth. As it is written, with truth, justice, and peace, shall you judge in your gates.
Excellent. So we had a conversation about that. So what can you guys tell me? What is justice? Yes, ma'am. Stand up so we can all hear you.
Justice is honesty and loyalty.
Honesty and loyalty. What were you going to add?
Justice.
Uh-huh.
Justice means fairness.
Fairness. Excellent. And what about truth? Maddie, you just came up. Truth. What is truth? Stand up.
Truth is like what it actually is.
What it actually is, right? Excellent. And the last one is peace. Who can describe peace for us? Yes, sir. Mr. Tendler. Stand up really loud and say it really loud. Kindness. What else? Yes, ma'am.
Peace and harmony.
Harmony.
Where everything works out with each other.
When everything works out with each other. Tranquility. Excellent. So now here's the part that they haven't looked at yet. Now, you guys, I want you to look at page 235, number 2. Who can read this one for me out loud, really loud? Go ahead.
Shimon the righteous was one of the last members of the great assembly. This was a favorite teaching of his. The world stands on 3 things: on Torah, on worship, and on good deeds.
Excellent. So wait a minute, though, you guys. The world rests on 3 things, according to Shimon ben Gamliel, was truth, justice, and peace. And now Rabbi Yossi ben Yozer said, Shimon the righteous says, the word stands on 3 things: Torah, worship, and good deeds. What do we do about that? What do we do if there's 2 different things? What do you think?
You need all of them. You don't just need 3. You need a lot of things to make the world a good place to live.
Yes, absolutely. Even Alana's going, oh, that's so cute. Okay, what else? So tell me about, when he says the world stands on 3 things, one of them is Torah. What does that mean to you? Yes, ma'am.
I think it means that the Torah is the world, and if we can't respect the Torah, we can't respect the world.
Excellent. So Torah represents the whole world. Who else has an idea about what Torah represents? Yes. Go ahead. You, Shine. Oh, Dina, sorry. Oh, you want to tell me? Okay, good. It's stories. Excellent. Stories about... Yes? Simon?
About, like the plagues and all what happened to the Jews.
Everything that happened to the Jews, like the plagues, right? The plagues which are coming up for Passover. So the Torah are stories about our people, right? Which means that it's stories about our
Ancestors.
Our ancestors. Excellent. What's another word for, yes?
Our family.
Our family, yes?
The prophets.
There's prophets back there too. This is our history, right? This is the history of the Jewish people. There's also somebody else in Torah that's really important. What? Because it's not just a history book, right? Besides being a history book, what is it? All right.
It's the 5 books of Moses.
Yes, it is. What else?
It's a book of lessons.
A book of lessons, the Torah is. Excellent. What else is the Torah? Yes, Claire.
It gives us ways to live by, like in our everyday life.
Ways to live by, like in our regular everyday lives. Absolutely true. Anything else in the Torah?
Guides you.
It guides us, right? And what? Yeah, do you have another answer?
It's a holy symbol.
A holy symbol. So if it's a holy symbol, then who else is in the Torah? Everybody. God. There you go. So it's a history book, but it's also a spiritual book, right? It's a spiritual book that teaches us lessons about how to live our lives and how to connect to our history. So we have Torah, and then next to Torah it says we have worship. Who can tell me something about worship? Yes, ma'am.
It's basically when you
Say it louder again.
It's basically when you honor a certain person.
Worship? Say it one more time. I'm not hearing you.
It's basically when you honor someone or something.
Okay, when you honor someone or something. It could be that. It could be that. What else is worship?
A feeling of sense that you're in a safe place and can tell somebody that you like them.
Wow. She says worship is the feeling that you're in a safe place and that you can tell somebody they like them. That's kind of deep for worship, because for sure we're talking about being in a safe place. Because where do we worship the most often?
In a sanctuary.
Here in our sanctuary. And is this a safe, sacred space?
Yes.
Absolutely it is. So worship is like prayer, right? Tefillah, it's prayer. So what do you guys feel? How do you feel when you're praying, besides sacred and safe?
You feel like you're opening you're opening your mind to your thoughts and feelings and being able to share with others.
Excellent. Opening up your mind with your thoughts and feelings. What other thoughts and feelings about prayer? Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
What's the question again?
Prayer or worship? Is that what we're doing here right now, today? Yeah, we're praying. So one of the other important things about prayer and worship is that we're doing it as a community, right? What does Carl say? It's called the
Vineyard.
It could be a minyan or kahal, right? The kahal. And finally, it says the world stands on good deeds. What kind of good deeds does the world stand on? Let's have somebody who hasn't raised their hand yet before. Yeah? Mitzvot. So like which ones? Like what, how many are there, by the way?
A lot.
A lot.
316 or 300
600.
or 613.
There you go, 613 mitzvot. So do we do all of those?
No.
It's a kind of a trick question, right? Because if we don't live in the land of Israel, there's some that we can't do, right? We have an out on that. All right, but what are some of the ones that we can do? What are some of the mitzvot that we can do?
Tzedakah.
Tzedakah, excellent. We can give tzedakah. Yes, Simon? We cannot kill anything or anybody. Yeah, it's a good one. Yes, ma'am.
We can help make the world clean and be nice to everybody.
Absolutely. And Dina, yeah, what else?
Eat food to poor people.
We can feed the poor people.
I said get food to poor people.
Get food to poor people. That's so true, right? We have to do these good deeds. So now we know that the world stands on, is it 3 things? Or is it 6 things?
6 things.
6 things. Sorry, what?
Multiple.
Multiple things. Are there more than 6?
Yeah.
What else? What did the rabbis forget? Shout out some stuff. What did the rabbis forget?
The rabbis forgot the very important one, my dad.
The world stands on your dad, like we need your dad. Well, I think that's a good answer. I think the world needs my dad too. I think we need all of our dads and our moms, right? What else do you think the rabbis forgot?
Community.
Community. Do we need community? Do we need to gather like this on a regular basis? No. They say that now, but in school they tell me how excited and happy they are to be there, right? They're just not going to say it in front of their parents. What else do we need?
We need to be able to reproduce and
Oh.
be able to be kind.
Yes, we do. Because that's a commandment, right? Because God said we had to be fruitful and multiply in the first chapter. So good for you. 2 more. Tova. Respect. Excellent. And Talia, what else?
Treat everybody as human beings and not anything else.
The golden
Excellent.
rule.
Excellent. Or as I like to say, because we are all created
In the image of God.
equally or
In the image of God.
in the image of God in Hebrew, that is.
That was in my social studies session.
But Salam Elohim, right?
What is that?
Excellent. So this is just an example of what we do on Sunday mornings, and they amaze me with these answers. They weren't prepped for any of this. And I so enjoy learning with them, and I hope that you all learned a little bit tonight, because clearly the world stands on a lot of things, and we need our children just as much as we need our parents. So I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom, and we will continue with Mark.
I was losing my mind.
Good job. Kol hakavod to our students.
I did.
Our Mari service begins on page 39A. Yes, 39A. We all rise and face the ark. Featuring the 4th and 5th graders. Baruch. Baruch Adonai Borah. Baruch.
You may be seated. That was.
I forgot about it. I really forgot about it.
הוא מעביר יום ומביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אחד וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המארי והרבים. Page 40. 6th and 7th graders, if you know it, join in. You can rise. Avad olam beit Yisrael amacha avta Torah mitzvot chokim umishpatim otanu lemadita Al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shachmeinu v'kolmeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha u'mitzvotecha li'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu v'yorech yameinu v'yorech yameinu u'vahem neged yomam v'layla v'yavatecha al tasim mimenu li'olamim Baruch ata Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Kindergarten, first grade. Up on your feet. Let's all cover our eyes. Shema. You may be seated. Fourth grade. Fourth grade. Maybe fourth and fifth grade. Fourth and fifth grade. Via. You may be seated. Good job. Let's all read together in English on page 43b and 44. You proclaimed the covenant on the seventh day. You declared it and decreed it. We listened and heard it. You loved this day we inherited, delighting in its remembrance, and began its command with the word remember, Zachor. From the time you bestowed it, joy filled the hearts of Jeshurun, your people, the people you redeemed, securing the cause of righteousness. You exalted Shabbat as a sign between us forever. In 6 days your world was formed. On the seventh day you rested. And on this day, Israel, your people rest.
To
honor your name, they sang songs of praise to the one deserving of praise. Turn the page. Willingly accepting God's sovereignty. Then Moses, Miriam, and the people Israel joyfully sang to you, "Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, adorned in holiness, revered in praise, working wonders?" Let's all rise. Just the audience can sit. I just want you to see these kids.
Already, I got told one.
Yeah. Adonai et Yaakov, וגלו ביד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. Amen. 6th and 7th graders, page 45. 45, yeah. You may be seated. Nicely done. 2nd and 3rd grade, page 46. We all rise. B'nei Israel, Oti Yoma, Oti Ki Sheshet Yamin Asa Adonai, Asa Adonai Hashamayim V'et ha'aretz. What did God do on the seventh day? He rested. Uvayom hashvi, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. You may be seated. And on page, 6th and 7th graders, stand up on page 46. Middle of the page. Yikada. Now Shakal, remain standing. The Kahal stands up for our Amidah, which is a silent Amidah. Recited privately, pages 47 through 52. Turn around and face the ark. A couple of moments of silent meditation. You can turn back around. Oh, standing. Page 54, 6th and 7th graders. Everyone else upstairs can sit. Let's keep the kahal standing. Middle of page 54. You guys know this? We didn't go over this. 67? You good with this? Yitidal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba v'yalmad Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam amen. Yivarach v'yishtavach v'yivach v'yirmach v'yinaseh v'yadar v'yinalev v'yinhalach shmei dekudesha v'eva mikol birchata v'shivata tishbechata v'nechamata v'amiram v'yalma v'yimiru Kabbalah slowed home, Avon home to call Yisrael, Kadama Buhon Dishmaya, Yimeru, Yehei Shlama Rabba Shmaya, V'chayim Aleinu, Yal Kol Yisrael, Yimeru, Oh, say Shalom, Yimruma, Uyaseh Shalom, Aleinu, Yal Kol Yisrael, Yal Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Yimeru, Amen. Excellent job. Sorry. Okay. You may be seated. Yeah. Well rehearsed. The Kiddush is found on page 55.
So I'd like to invite all of our teachers, Karen, Jean, Sherry, Carl, Mindy is not here tonight, and Helene couldn't be here tonight, to join me in Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila lamikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim ki banu v'acharta eotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon v'nchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Chaim. Thank you.
Rabbi Rob, you want to bless the children behind you?
Yes. Would you put that back on there? I would be happy to, but I'll ask the parents to rise. Page what? 77? 70?
75.
Page 75, parents.
You may be seated.
So we are going to, all of us, bless these beautiful children together. So if you have boys, they say, Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim uvechi Manasseh. And for daughters, Yisimech Elohim kesar Rivka Rachel v'Leah. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Give me a big amen.
Amen.
Nicely done, David. Good amen. Yes, you're welcome. Page 56, 6th and 7th graders, rise for Aleinu. We all rise for Aleinu. Aleinu.
Page 75.
Turn around, we face the ark, and we bow down and stay down.
A page? Oh, we were way off.
Back up. You may be seated.
At this time in our service, we bring to mind those for whom we are observing a yard site, or for those of you who are on mourning, and if you would like to rise to recite the Kaddish Yatom on page 58, please do so. As a community, we remember Billy Shaner, Marvin Cohen, David Jate, Marvin Isidore Rosen, Arlene Tabak Miller, Jack Abrams, Natan Drangle, Joseph Noble, Benjamin Arnone, Jack Davis, Ronnie Acton, Gillian Shandling, Ray Strum, Israel Katz, Stuart Barnett, Jenny Bregman Katz, Julia Bali Eblinger, Isaac Turnoff, and Marion Stein. We recite together. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach Yerutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Leolam U'almei Almaya. Yit Barak v'yishtabak v'yit Pa'ar v'yit Romam v'yit Naseh. V'yit Hadar v'yit Aleh v'yit Halal Shemei D'Kudsha Barechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru Amen. May their memories always be for a blessing. So they didn't give me any announcements, so I just get to talk about the school tonight. So again, I want to say thank you to all of you. I hope that you are as proud of these fabulous children as I am, and as their teachers are. It is an ongoing process. Every year they learn more and more. The kindergartners and first graders had songs they knew, and second and third more, and fifth and sixth and seventh all more. So it builds on itself every year. So just keep trusting in the curriculum, because it works and they do learn everything. And the same is true with the Shabbat morning prayers that they need for their bar or bat mitzvah. I've been so proud of our students who have had recent simchas, and there's going to be so many more yet to come that we're all looking forward to.
Rabbi, just a quick plug, as long as you're saying that, junior congregation is a great way to
Yes.
to prep your kids for their coming
Absolutely.
B'nai Mitzvah. And so that's the third Shabbos of every month. And the next one, though, will be on April 23rd.
There you
See
go.
you there.
So there's all these opportunities for your kids to learn. We pray and sing every Sunday. They practice it in their classrooms. Again, we have the most amazing faculty. And I also want to have our current madrachim, those of you who are here, stand up. We have great madrachim. Aaron and Ari and Abby are here. There's more. They're not all here. And these are also Hebrew High students. If there's other Hebrew High students in the room, please stand. There you go. Frankie, thank you. Because the learning doesn't stop at bar or bat mitzvah. It continues all the way through till high school. And there's Leah. I see her standing back there. Not to mention that we have all the fabulous US-wide programs, thanks to Sherry Galante, our youth director. So CBI is definitely a place for families and for children. One of the reasons why this service is important, this isn't just to show off and have a fun time and let them be on stage. This is part of their learning. This is how they learn how to be comfortable on the bima, so that they can not only come up and feel proud and have confidence for their bar or bat mitzvah, but always after. Our students, after they have their bar or bat mitzvah, continue to come up and read from Torah, and can continue to come up and lead the Torah service or Musaf. It doesn't stop just because of their bar or bat mitzvah. Judaism is a lifelong learning process and a lifelong study, and you all are part of that. So thank you for being our partners and educating your children. They are truly remarkable. Every Sunday we think, we're so lucky. I mean, you heard their interaction, their conversations. They are deep and intelligent, and they are critical thinkers, and it's a magical place in our religious school. So thank you for your support always. We are going to conclude our service on page 5. And you can all stand.
Kahal doesn't have to stand. You guys can sit. Just the people on the stage have to stand. Sit down, David. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Yesharei,
Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh
Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, ay, ay. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Yesharei, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Torachem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, ay, ay. Torachem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu, Mila Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei
Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu, Mila Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech HaKadosh Baruch Baruch Hu Shalom Malachi HaShalom Malachi Elyon Melech Malachi HaMalachi HaKadosh Baruch Hu Seichem Shalom Malachi HaShalom Malachi Elyon Melech Malachi HaMalachi HaKadosh Baruch Hu Seichem Shalom Malachi HaShalom Malachi Elyon Melech Malachi HaMalachi HaKadosh Baruch Seichem Shalom Malachi HaShalom Malachi Elyon Melech Malachi HaMalachi HaKadosh. Let's guy. Everybody clap.
We're holding this. Don't slap the rope, just like we did.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Your microphone's off.
Staying for dinner. You're going to go to the buffet outside in the courtyard, and all of dinner will be outside tonight. Again, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, kids. You did an awesome job. Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you, Carl.